A pleasant good morning to each and everyone. I'm sitting against the light. So that my background may look a little dark because the light is behind my back instead of in front of my face. But whatever it is. This is the morning here. You know, I sat down. That's right. Yes. And let me see if I could spin myself a little. To a little light. Alright, the light's still over me, whatever. Right? I'm saying just right? You know, I sat down and I was watching some videos from some folks this morning here. And I need to address a few things. One, my brother Jason. Right? This morning I get up and I realize that he put up a video there. Jason De Silva. And from what he was saying, I am very, very much alarmed and flabbergasted. I never realized that the PNM, in case you people don't even understand it, brought this country to a stage that the majority of people, from what he was saying, is like the majority of people in this little island country, nation called Trinidad and Tobago, worked for CPEP and URB. It's like this is what they have bought the black nation, the black people of Trinidad and Tobago, which consists of both Indians and Negro too. Because if he's saying that things is so hard and so bad, and that people, just a minute, give me a minute. It's currently 8:15. Good. Right? So yes, as I was saying, if he's saying that things is so hard and so bad, and that people don't have work, and people catching the Royal Ebenezer, and people don't have food, and people don't have this, and people don't have that. But let me tell you something. As much as he's saying, yes, I'm not saying that there will not be people who don't have. But you know, there is still a lot of lies to because people are going out and shop by groves. And earlier, I intend to go out today, and I will just take my camera and put it around and show you that there are lots of people shopping in this country. Trinidad and Tobago right now is a nation of greedy people. I am not saying that everything that the government is doing is perfect and this one is perfect. I am not saying that it doesn't have hungry people. But you know something, some of these same people who are called hungry go inside the place and they have more food and more things than anybody you could think. People are telling a lot of lies, crying wolf. You understand me? Where there is no wolf. And why it is our black people children. I hear they talking some kind of thing about, you were talking something about weed and how they can have so much amount of weed. Who gave them the set of weed and weed? That's the next thing too. PNM legalized marijuana. Marijuana, you know. That's the kind of things they legalize. He talked about Abu Bakr, and Abu Bakr lego how much guns, and they took the guns. Where did they take the guns? He tell them to take up the guns to fight for their life or some foolishness so. And they took the guns and they went into the hills of Laventille with it. And all over Trinidad, they scattered the guns. So all we could do is be violent, take up guns, take up arms, take up this, take up that. That is the only way to solve things. Why it is he didn't come out and say that these young people, regardless of what, the governments, any one of them, I believe all of them, right, may not support and no pay them at no time. But I am sure that they had programs too, that some of these same young people could go and, get themselves involved in some programming. You know, I realizing the only country in the world that I see that a government supposed to employ every single citizen is Trinidad and Tobago. And unless they get a work pay and bring in that kind of mentality there, When people work in CPEP and URP, so you're going to tell me that you can't elevate yourself from there, right? I know people who used to work like in works department in Tobago. As checkers, they used to make that money. But they went and they continued their studies and elevated themselves from being checkers to be teachers, doctors, lawyers, name it. People could learn to elevate themselves. This foolishness that people out here every day, you want to just blame government, blame government. Why are you blaming the government for everything? So in these homes that these people live, they don't have parents, and the parents don't have ambition, and them don't have ambition neither. So that they have to wait. I go and vote. Well, I vote for you, I need a work. So if, let me see, I don't even know how much, plenty of people are voting in Trinidad. In general election, it's more than 300,000 people that they have to vote and whatever. So when these people go, these 300,000 people and more go and vote, the government has to find a work for every single one of them, right? So because all a government is there for is to find work, find work. Jason, I understand in a way, but listen to me. You know, and the whole of Trinidad and Tobago know the reason why this CPEP and URP in Trinidad had to be revamped or whatever they do with it. If you had come out and say, well, I find it taking a little too long in reshaping and fixing that program, I could kind of understand it, but the trouble about it, you know what they say? Who in the kitchen does feel the heat? When you're not inside there, you don't know what really taking place inside there. You don't know what it is they have to be doing. Look how much people carry these people to court, right? They carry them to court to see if they can get back the people and them working as it was, and they lost the cases. Why? You feel these judges are friends of the UNC? I don't believe so. They are friends of Trinidad and Tobago. And if there is corruption in a system, you have to either throw away the system, bring something new, or revamp the system in a proper way. That is what you have to do. I hear a quarreling that the people them had the Christmas parties and things for the workers. Is it the first time at Christmas time that a government does have a little get together with people who they care about? Some of them just have the gala, them used to have the gala, not everybody used to be there. But this one, you know, they must include everybody. We cannot be like that. Which part of the world you know that a government went into power and in less than a year, they were able to change all the corruption and all the wrong that was taking place? I am glad to see that you was out there asking that they not just investigate, because if they have evidences of the people who buggered and killed that little boy they call Akin Chambers. Once you have hard evidence, I find they shouldn't be locking up people. That is one thing I agree with. When politicians do wrong, there are people to lock them up and show away the key. We need to think about these things. Yes, lock them up and show away the key. But I don't understand why it is all outside it, and you're calling in red endless areas. Endless areas all over Trinidad that there are people not working where you see what CPEP and URP. So Trinidad and Tobago is a real CPEP and URP nation. That is all these young people can do. They can't go and learn mechanic. They can't go and learn welding. They can't go and learn refrigeration, fix an electrician, an alien, they can't learn nothing. They just learn to go on a gang. I see people in a European gang, and see if you could get 10 pounds of weed and sell that. That is the nation we want, and that is the kind of people we want. No. Teach them to stay in school too. You understand me? Get them self-educated. Sometimes, who knows, they may have to leave our shores, advance themselves and come back. When you put yourself in place for proper work, you will get proper work. We can't always want to see our people at the bottom of the barrel. Encourage the young people to get off the blocks. Get off the blocks. Stop drinking. Stop smoking. Stop playing Batman and Danman with gun. Look at here. Pinto Road that I used to be living in. Imagine that I am hearing even on the thing that 2 persons got murdered in Pinto, one 14 years old. And I tell you the truth, that is one of the reasons why I left Pinto. Because way back then, you understand me, there were some families there who called themselves, but they started to be the gangsters in town. And these young men used to come in the road, people coming from church or coming from church, and they in the road with gun, brandishing gun against one another. I say, see that? I had one little boy child there. I said, nah, me want him in this kind of thing. So I walked and ride and took my Georgie bundle and went back to Tobago. I went to Tobago. And that is why I am in Tobago now. I will fight for that little island. I will fight for it right through. Because the children have no sense of direction. All the time, PNM, 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 PNM. PNM and no direction. And you know something, outside the election, the same Indian and Indigo, everybody living and living good together. But when it comes to election, they say, no, don't vote for Indian party and don't vote for this. Nonsense. Trinidad and Tobago, we must be honest. Because when these PNM people, there is when we just suffer the most. It's friends and family and they will help a few, you understand me, underdogs. To keep them, just feed them a little. Get some big young man with some big guns to run some gangs and call it CPAP and call it URP. And then pocketing the most money and the people going home with the chicken feed. This is not the kind of nation I want to be living in, boy. We must speak the truth at all times and say the things as the things supposed to be. Look in Tobago. I was looking at a video with some fella selling coconut up in Bagatelle number 1 there in Scarborough. And the fella asked me, the people what kind of representation they want and all kind of thing. And there is a foolishness that is taking place in Tobago there too. Why hear some people about, oh, he not from Maya. Listen to me. A person could be living in your house. That doesn't mean there is good representative. It's not where they're from. The person is from the electoral district. They live in the district. You understand me? They are there to represent you in the district. They don't have to come from Bagatelle. They don't have to come from Bethel. They don't have to come from Roxborough. They don't have to come from the villages. They are from the constituency. And when you listen to the name of the constituencies, look like Wim, Darrell Spring Wim. No matter which electoral district, the person cannot be from your village. This is not village election. This is about representation. Tobago people, remember who those PNM people are. Trinidad people, remember who PNM is. And the kind of things that PNM did to our nation called Trinidad and Tobago. Never forget. Don't let bad mind and foolishness. You understand me? And what you call it? You're so busy. You want everything done. Today, I want it done now. Nonsense story. Oh, let's sit down and I'll take so much dirty shit out of PNM. And now all I want this government in Trinidad to finish things in one day. You understand me? Finally, and them catch your skin in Tobago. You understand me? Look how much pressure we went through for the last 3 years and how much months? Let's see, 3 years and about 8 months. How much ever it be? Right? Under the same PNM. 10 years in Trinidad, 9 years and 8 months in Trinidad. And in the other inclusion, Rowley threatened me and he tell we shit and paid in Tobago. If all you make a mistake and vote we out, we will pressure all you. We saw it. Tobago people, we saw it. And you know something? Within the pressure, them fellas still do a little as much as they could have done with all the pressure. As soon as they go in, this thing was going on in Trinidad, they reminded me of when we went into that assembly now. Because in less than a month, them people wanted everything done in Tobago. A little 4 years, and then this clown jump up. 4 years! Every time I remember that, I get more vexed. You talking about 4 years compared to 21 straight years, 21 years in Tobago, plus the 5 in Trinidad, the 4 and how much in Trinidad, all them years. We take pressure on that PNM, and all the telling me shopping is. And then I saw, I was just meet up on a thing with a person who I believe. I didn't believe. I don't know if that person is a real person. I call him the name Raymond Walker. I don't know if that's your real name or whatever. But you see that venom that you put on that thing, on that what Father was talking about the airport and so on. You put a long letter there. Brother, I coming out here straight and plain until I do not agree with your rhetoric. Everybody does have their faults. When nonsense was happening in the party, I opened my mouth and I said what I had to say. Now it's not time for that. How dare you open your mouth and watch people and tell them to go and vote for PNM? And a policeman at that. How you could do that? How you could do something like that? How you could go and encourage people to go and vote for, what is my name? Dexter Miller. All of you that this assembly thing is a joke. All of you running at Tobago is a give a friend and this one, let me get that one here now, and let me get that one here now. No. Whatever grounds you have against Natisha, you understand me? Natisha did thing and I was angry at what she was doing. You understand me? I said what I said. But I'm not going to throw Natisha under the bus for no Dexter Miller. I'm very sorry. Me no want PNM at Tobago. You could want them there. All I must tell you, listen, for the assembly is a joke. And it's a dolly house. So that I'll go put this one here today and put that one there. No, it don't work so. If you really care about Tobago and the upbuilding of Tobago and the growth of Tobago, you will understand we are dealing about Tobago. Tobago. Me, I want nobody in no house of assembly who will sit down every morning and want to say they're fighting and telling us it's lies and thieving money and putting it under the carpet and say, oh, come on, they give me nothing. Or let me vote them out. No, PNM is a wicked party and we know that. I don't care what nobody say. All they know that. All they say out there in the street, their own. The young people who come out from inside and they bring out a lot of things and you understand me, you don't have to be talking it in the public because plenty all the inside and they who say all the supporting them, all they know that they're wicked. All they know that they just do evil to people. All they know that they don't want us. Let me tell all some story here. This body meet me, you understand me? For me to spend a very good little Christmas day and have a good little time, which I did. You understand me? Christmas is family time and oh, it is wonderful to be with your family. Anyhow, hear me. Me have to say it is alleged. Me here. I never knew that the Roxborough estate, that this man, a man they call Ross, who owned a part of the estate, I never knew. It is alleged that Keith Rowley, first he wanted to buy out Tobago and take over Tobago, went to the man to sell him off the estate, to sell him off his property where he have up there where the man does make a different kind of chocolate and he used to export. I don't even know if he still does do that. But Rowley wanted that. It is alleged also. Them all live in Tobago, you know Hope John Dial along there? Between Hope and John Dial, you see farm, the rulers go by the farm, where they just mine goat and sheep and all kind of thing down there. Hope Farm, they just call it, right? There is a little place that is fenced wrong. There's a water pump there. You know what I was told? It is alleged that the man they call Imbert own that. And he wanted to put a mall there and a gas station. In birth, it is alleged. I don't know. I just putting out what I hear. And it have other little places. So to tell her the truth, my brain couldn't take in somebody things. So me just say me no want to hear. All of it up here, they want Tobago. In joke, they want Tobago so that they can put their hand on with little piece of land them where somehow we can even get a little spot. You understand me? We begging from since in them days. Application there in there for a little piece of land. And you can't get nothing. Because these parent politicians and them cut up Tobago land. Take away everything that they could take away. They want to own this, they want to own that. And look at next thing too. I think when Whitey had a meeting, he was talking about some big piece of place, and they said, what is he Rowley's will own it? Some kind of craziness to this effect. So we got to in Tobago and say we talking about vote for PNM people, for them to go inside we assembly to mash up the assembly more and to take away Tobago from me all to hear me, my good brother and friend, me open me mouth and say what the Calcutta ship and them Isa Corona and all kind of thing, but they ain't gonna tell everybody it's 1% and them what they bring and they sell out and give it Tobago. Ooh. Them give it Tobago, why you thief out Tobago? Look all kind of thing where the man talking to me. Boy, me, you know whether that's come provoke my poly to hold it for, you know. Bacalet. That area there where they had up this big sign, Chinese investment or whatever it be. That whole Bacalet area there. How did these one people get there? And that is state land. All you answer me them question there. Who and who really own it? You know what the man tell me? He said all this present assembly have to do is to check the money, follow the papers, and you go see who named there at the back at all these things. All your Rowley is an evil man in a way. Parent people devastating the wicked in a way. Next thing when you why you think he was in take town country planning and carry back Trinidad? Why do you think they do that? Births and death, they carry back Trinidad. Why do you think they do all them wicked thing there? Man, Tobago people, you know, as my friend does be saying, get back to all the right self, eh? Get back to all the right self. Right? Get back to all the right self. These people, all long Chauvin too, them own building, they pick me and them own property down inside of that gated little place close to the police station on a Chauvin there. What you have? What do I have? You understand me? You ain't hear them cooks and them saying that if they get back inside and there, how they gonna make sure that Tobago people are land. We hearing that from on the TPP platform. They're supposed to be giving out passes to them. They so better know what them do to you know. Stop tell people things and then I can't do it in my one eye so too. Because all I know that me don't follow nobody blindly and stupidly. All they say giving out lands, dole next year come and all and give out the property them. Whoever Mr. Chief Secretary, whoever you know you owe, and you say you go give things, all you give we the land and them. I want to pay for them before any election come. And me done. Right. So back to the real stories here now. Go down in that same Crown Point area and tell me who own what, when, where, and how. All you see what they're doing, they push out the local people so that their people and them could come and fit in. And Tobago has some kind of greedy people too. Instead of they keep the land and think for the children and the children, land doesn't dead. They say land doesn't rotten. I take them and sell them get the Syrian, sell them get the this, sell them get the that. They come and they trick all you. And then you have some tricky lawyers in Tobago too, who own a lot of people land, because when they go on to the court to say they're going to fight their family for the land, the lawyer do things in such a way that the lawyer take away your land too. That is why we have to stop being greedy. Stop being greedy. You understand me? Stop being greedy. Tobago people, let us mind our business. Don't sit down and take trade up from these Trinidad PNM and these Trinidad people and from these grousers. You have been in Tobago and all you know for a fact that these PNM people are not good for us. All the good for is for thief, racketeering, murders, name it. Because it's them kill the little boy. The people in the pipeline, all in Tobago, even though it didn't happen in Tobago, we need to vote with a vengeance against anything PNM. They kill those people when that what do you call it? Inquiry was going on. This woman sit down and skinch her teeth and laugh. Boy, I say it's a good thing. It's a certain place I will never go in. I will sit down on TV and watch it because me don't know my mad blood might take me and me might go fly up and they might lock me up. So I go stay away. Look the other fella where the rig buck up and thing up to now they can't find not even a bone for the man. No closure. They are not the only ones in the same pariah place. Another fella they get damaged after the 4 fellas and them. Nothing you ain't hearing. That wicked set of people they call PNM boy, Trinidad, Tobago. Look the oil spill. Tobago people, let us forget our boy. Look at that oil spill, a whole boat of oil, nearly mash up his car, bro. And you hear what the chief explained, if that thing the only hit the port is trouble more than trouble. People ought to think the boy. Nobody who's supposed to be Team Tobago and supporting the growth of Tobago will ever come out and tell nobody to go and vote for no PNM. It have a next one to the come out. Me didn't even know who it was, but I just hear people was giving thing, right? And talking against Natisha. Natisha ain't no perfect person. Neither is none of us. It has somewhere, sometimes, somehow we bad mind somebody. And not tell me that I doesn't bad mind people. All we had the tendency because we have all sinned and fallen short of the grace. But as much as that it was done, it done and it gone. Right now we are studying to build back Tobago and to build it a little better. Tobago is we. Tobago is not PNM. Why do we want Balize house in Tobago? Let these people stay down in Port of Spain, and wherever else they come out. Penny can't even see Motarima, and by the way, no, Pinto is part of Penny constituency where you see them gun toting murderers kill the people that yesterday at Christmas. That is Penny constituency. So instead of she mind your business, she constituency, she let her try for mind Tobago business. You understand me? Encourage you to do something for all your. I want all to go back and listen to Wasp speech, all of them young boys and things in Tobago. Do not take up Trinidad people's bad habit and bad ways. Tobago young men used to walk. Let me tell you something. Even though when you don't walk, you hear them who used to set crab trap. Go set some crab trap. People just buy crab. Hotels just buy crab. And we know that even in that crab thing, people just go and thief your crab and thief your crab trap. Why we are accustomed to that, right? That is a thing that we are accustomed to. People thieving your crab trap and that or nothing. That is a part of the aesthetic, let me put it that way, of Tobago. Right? You have a little garden, plant garden. You for long ago, in other place where you used to call it Freeport and all kind of thing, there is plenty woods. Man used to go up there and plant the place, plant up the land, do all kind of thing. They're saying that Tobago is supposed to have food security. We have to stop having lazy man. Oh, look out there and dig 2 holes when you plant 2 peas and 2 things. Put 2 corn and 2 peas. The corn will grow faster than the peas. You'll get corn to sell one time, you'll get peas the next time. And all them things that doesn't make money. Because them boy that sell 5 or sometimes 6 corn, you're getting for whole $20. Plenty money for a little bit. But you just sell. You just sell. You don't have to say go buy. right? Do all they could do. The fisherman and them just go there and try their best and make up and bring in the fish and do whatever and think we just buy. It have ways and means to make money to be able to plant back the land. Plant food, planting banana, name it, dashing by planting. We have a dashing festival with us having to be go there in Bloody Bay. We call it Blue Food. So we supposed to have plenty of things and listen, these days I'm make dashing ice cream, dashing pound, all kind of thing dashing. Listen to me, people. Listen to me, people. My people of Tobago and Trinidad. My black brothers and sisters. Stop looking always for the negative. I'm not saying no, you don't pull up your government when we find they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. But as much as you're pulling them up, you must talk the right. Talk the right. There are reasons for the steps that were taken. And I see this one, I think it's Karen Western. Karen, let me tell you something too. I see you put up on that Jason thing about Tobago and Farley saying that CPAP and URP ain't gonna go or some kind of foolishness. But let me tell you something. Stop putting Tobago in a Trinidad people business, eh? Stop putting Tobago in Trinidad people business. Why it is you can't sit down and watch Rory and was in power in Trinidad, but yet still Farley and they raised the salary and the standard of living for the CPAP and the URP people. That means that they have powers to do what they want with their little jobs in Tobago. Do not bundle we. Don't be a PNM stooge and come and bundle we with those foolish things that is taking place down here. Right? Nobody never gets sent home from URP. Nobody never gets sent home from CPAP when we came into power. Everybody kept their jobs. What they did before they left, you wouldn't know that or wouldn't thought that, is that these same PNM people fill every position and every space in URP and CPAP so that nobody can get a job inside of that place when this government came in. They fill up all these spaces before they left. So they make sure and put the people and them predominant inside the jobs. You must talk about them kind of thing there. Talk about those kind of things. Right? There are programs, I think, that they had also change and whatever. But I just always say, you can't sit down in your house and expect somebody to come and tell you, hey, girl, come for a walk. No, that's PNM behavior. When they're looking to get a voter base, it's time enough for people to learn to think for themselves. This is what I want and this is what I'm going to stand up for. If you have no value for yourself, don't expect no government to come and put value to you. You need to do right. You need to do the things that, think for yourself. As much as we just come out here and talk, or learn to think for yourself, listen to the things that we will be saying. Where the people, where the situations, and the trouble about it, you know what else get me to? When Rowley and them was inside of there, it's only a certain set that we used to be talking about. Now every cat, dog, and rat does want to be coming up on people's life and say they're putting this, that. Everything all they have to say about the government. Everything. They can't keep a Christmas treat for the people, whether they call it gala or they call it lala. They can't keep nothing. That is a problem. They're going wrong in every village and they're trying their best to give everybody child a toy or whatever. That is a problem. Camera now come back. Who knows? She might bring back the same big hell of a Christmas toy you drive what she used to have. She may. All you know the state of the treasury. All you know. Look in Tobago, we have a what? $900 billion debt. I don't even understand. I don't understand them figures they not telling you the truth. That kind of debt that these PNM people leave, all want them to go back inside the debt to put you up. For them to sell the whole of Tobago now to some foreign entity. Boy, all fight for the soul of the island, eh? Let me mind my business and fight for the soul of the island, eh? And I'm going to call out anybody. And I call in on a name, or look how come for me in a really middle. You can't say that you want to see growth in Tobago and open your mouth and writing it up on Facebook and telling people to go and vote for a policeman. Well, lock up even half of them there. And them two who come in and talk about, we want people who really care about the community. So much things come to our community. What all went and sign up for? Which one of the programs did you all sign up for? And put yourself in place to do something to help yourself, to better yourself. Instead of seeing nobody calling, why, me want a man in work. Everybody, me want a man in work. And then when they get the morning work, and they finish work, so let me say, 7 o'clock. Because some earlier, or leave 5 by 7 is home. There are some jobs you have to do like that. Because if you're a street cleaner, right? And you don't sweep the road, where you going to stop at the road for what to see everybody throw something and stay there all day for clean a road? No, that is shopping is. There are morning work. There are jobs that you can do early in the morning. But at the same time, when you finish that work there, oh, God, go do something else now. You could go do something else. Make a dollar somewhere else. Plant a garden. Make a drink, sell a drink, do something because people that sell juice on the road, people that buy these things. They doesn't even study who make the juice, if the place clean or not, but they just buy them. But if you know somebody that you know good, they clean, their house clean, everything, you know that they are clean persons and they're selling things, buy. But that's the next thing too. Tobago people sometimes too, and all black people for that matter, Negroes, like to bad mind one another because an Indian will come and put up a thing right here and a Negro will be right there. And the Negro there before, you know, and they're selling the thing right there, but you know you're not buy from them as soon as the Indian come, you buy from them, or the see you know the Spanish. You buy out the Spanish, the thing, you buy out everything from them, you not buy from your own. And next thing too, I think I hear my brother Jason was talking about these Spanish people. The Spanish people and them come here, they know for a fact that things stuff by them, so they come here and they just walk. Do our people like to work? Or we like to sit down by the corner, blow a spliff. You see, and the next thing to the sea people and thing in Trinidad and even all in Tobago, anyway, them kind of gang they come in and they're cutting the road. So since these people come in and cutting in front of your yard, you stop cutting in front of your yard. So the gang's not there again, so you can take up a cutlass and brush because you have one in your house, but you wouldn't come and cut in front by you. You wait for CPF come for cut by you. No self-pride in the place that we call home, Trinidad and Tobago. You know, I think up in America, they say when it has snow, and all the people that have to leave their house, not the government, you know, buy salt and salt the pavement because if anybody fall along in front where you live, is you paying. So you're going to tell me that nobody to cut the grass by you or to clean the drain by you. And you're going to let the drain come, so flood up your house, flood up everything, and you ain't keeping it. Well, they're supposed to get a gang to clean it. So without a gang, nothing done. The dependency syndrome, the kind of nation that PNM bring here, and the kind of thing that they have done to us, we need to stop. We need to stop. Have some self-worth, some self-pride. I understand me do things to help yourself. Trinidad and Tobago, we can do better than that. Stop studying every Monday morning to feed the egos of people who are accustomed just wanting to be lazy. No, black people is not a lazy race. Oh gosh, although we come from slavery. And the trouble about it is that when the foreparents came from slavery, what they do? They throw down the cutlass, they throw down they're free now. Instead of they use the freedom in a proper way, what they do? They throw down everything and they run down, go do a set of shopping and left all the land and the plantation and for overgrow with bush. The same sugar cane, they could have keep it. Work the land still. They don't have to work it as how they used to have them working it and still make money out of it. But no, they run and left everything. For come lazy man, for get pipe tobacco and blow puff, puff, puff. Nonsense, people, nonsense. When we watching the Indian and we watching, and let me tell you something, these days, Indian and Negro is the same thing in Trinidad and Tobago. Because the same like gun, the same like gang, so the black people. And we only 1%ers, as we just call the Syrians and those people, always riding high because they're making sure and bring the children down inside of that gutter there. They're making sure and bring the children and them down inside of there. Time for us to think, my people. Tobago people. Every day I will warn us. Not old people that say, not see something a day and then protect fast sick for look for a night. Don't let hatred for a person cause you to encourage people to do stupid. Young people, them all in Bagatelle and all in place there. Instead of all sitting down by that little block going up there where they call all road going straight to the old hospital up there, instead of all sitting down over in the corner there by the coconut boy and all them things and all they just sit down and lime out the day and smoke out the day, try and find something to do while he's selling the coconut, or let's find something else that's all they can learn to do. Dexter Miller living in other community at the must be born and grow there. And they live all the years. When in a policeman, he used to come on the block and sit down with all and tell all the boys, all this is not what we're supposed to do, this is what we're supposed to do. No. But all of a sudden, Dexter Miller is the best thing after sliced bread. Try all your best. Try all your best. Despite what? Me used to say, Natisha going all over in Bagatelle. You understand me? And doing what she do. She went so far as I have a great aunt up there. You understand me? Her name is Miss Olive Williams, is called she Macmillan Williams. That's my grandmother's sister. And I just see that they just be going there and taking good care of she and all. Although don't come wrong me, you know. It's anybody who doing things to my family and for me, and you know what she be, she more than 100 years old. She outlived my grandmother. My grandmother make 95. And somebody put some big stone or some kind of thing and knocked her head, so she did. She not dead from no strength. She got a blow in she head. You understand me? And it damaged she head and wherever. She come to me, bring she on Trinidad there. We carry she in the hospital. The doctor and them say straight and plain, you know. She brain damaged, wherever. So we said to ourselves, we still didn't know how she died, but she died. We know God. God knows best. They are long livers and they are strong people. And I have seen Natisha always going and checking in on me aunt. Tell me if Dexter Miller ever go check pan she. I left me alone, oh. Left me alone. Put down the hatred. Put down the bitterness. All family just had a war in their house. But you see the kind of venom that people hold in these days, even your own sibling. You just want to be so hateful against that you die with hate. It don't make no sense, eh? Because if you're dead with that thing in your heart, you're going to lose out still. Show the bitterness. Tobago people, let us band with one head and one brain and make sure and don't bring back these red devils here. And Papa you, and to tell you how these people have no sense of direction, Kelvin Morris go open him out and say that when he get there in his dreams, he is going to remove the radar. And you know, it have people that sit down and listen to all these notices. Oh my wordiness. I never knew that the Tobago House of Assembly now have powers in national security, and that, well, all right, well, if he say he gonna move it, and let me say until gonna be the Prime Minister, and he gonna be the Raja. So he will get up one morning and say, listen to America, move your thing off of Tobago. And are we stupid? And are we very, very stupid? I tell you, and outside of that radar story, they have nothing to tell us what they brought to Tobago. Why it is some people could be so wicked? How can you compare 4 years to how much? 21. 21 straight. They kick out Kamla. When Kamla come in, they kick she out. Everything. 21 straight years, and then all they tell me about PNM. PNM in Tobago. Raymond Walker, you let me down with that statement. I'm telling you like it is. You better retract it. You better go back and say, oh, you know, I was in my feelings and in my emotion. No, we don't want PNM here. We are not taking them back. Simple, easy. We are not taking them back. I will not want them in our space. I will not want them in our space. Tobago have to grow. And for Tobago to grow, Tobago people remember, Tobago is we. Tobago is not Trinidad and Tobago, you know. We have a whole different government system. Remember, that is the Tobago People Party. That not PNM, that not UNC, that not none of them. A Tobago People's Party. We have a party to mind we business. And we are going to stick with the party that is minding our business. We don't want to read nothing Tobago. Let us stay at Trinidad and fight up themselves and do what they want with themselves. If they want revolution, unrest, let us stay down here with that. Then I'll bring them to Tobago. I don't know why that thing. Tobago House of Assembly election is for Tobago. It's for the soul and the heart of Tobago. People understand that. Please, I beg. Please and thanks understand that. And we don't want PNM there. Tobago people, Tobago young people, I not vote. This is not family and friend election. This is a Tobago election. And we not going to like everything where everybody do. But at the same time, we're not going to throw out the baby with the bathwater to bring in those vermins again. No, it shall not happen. Right? It shall not happen. Understand me? And understand me well. I know job down on a PC thing. So after you start my lunch yet, oi, you know what is my name? Bachelorette #1, free from hindrance #1, happiest woman in TNT #1. Me not have husband, me not have children for see about. Hey, I'm a happy lady, my darling. You better try see if you could fix my lunch. Me don't answer to a soul more than God. Me don't fix lunch for people, but if I'm in a mood, I will cook a food sometime, but no. Me love a free life. It's the best life. Anyhow, my darlings, just remember, we have a mission in Tobago, eh? And we're not going to allow nobody to sidetrack us. All who want to be fighting down the central government, let them go ahead. All who want everything to done now for now, all go ahead. And if it ain't done fast enough for all who want to bring revolution, all go ahead. Just know that Tobago they retire. Our day now your shopping is. You understand me? We're minding with business. And as my darling here say, never PNM again in Tobago. Never. And we have one last serious, when the last week come, oh Lord, I ain't gonna be just home doing my life, you know. I'm gonna be knocking the ground in every constituency as much as I could walk. I'm going to walk. So my darlings, enjoy the rest of the holidays. I eat well yesterday. Oh my gosh, I don't even know if I want plenty food to eat today. No. I forgive my belly a little ease. It was nice and it's still nice. Even though all I eat sardine and rice is food. Anything you eat, say thank you, Lord. You don't have to eat ham, lamb, or jam. Eat little, live long, and be happy. Bless it. Long ago, people didn't have this, that, and the other. And when they see them man go out garden and they pull the provision and the thing, they go home, they cook, they buy a piece of saltfish, Mr. Saltfish. Because right now, saltfish is a delicacy Fish is the most expensive thing. That been a poor man food, now it on rich man food. All else in the world gone upside down. Some people never used to get a little piece of meat until weekend. They cook a little chicken, you understand me, and thing on a weekend. Oh gosh, you get a little piece of meat. If you get the chicken neck, you're happy. You get the chicken foot, you're happy, and that's why I love them part of the fowl. You understand me? But no, everybody, they want this, they want that, they want that. Stop it, Trinidad and Tobago. Let's be reasonable, let's be patient. And my dear brothers and sisters in Tobago, we're not going back. Remember, Tobago is we. Have a blessed one. Love in the house. A gone.